Okay, we're good to go.
And we are live from Portugal and US. So about the design.
You want to do that first?
I think so. What do you think?
That's fine. Let me just flip it over. I have it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You sent. I think that you sent by email, correct?
Yeah, I sent everybody an email copy. What I had.
But I don't. Probably I didn't save it. Let's see. Okay. Download it. And so we need to delegate responsibilities, correct?
Right.
So what do you think will be the main writer? Main writer, the social agency?
The use?
The use of social media, correct?
It's we all use social media, but the use of a particular social media site.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Is your response variable quantitative or categorical? It's categorical.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, I put it's quantitative.
Categorical. We don't have a Nova.
Oh. Darn it!
It's test of two proportional.
Or the chi-square test, which we don't even know what that is yet.
Oh, we are going to. Well, whatever.
I'll unhighlight that. So what do you think I should highlight for our answer? We're testing more than two. It's got to be the chi-square test, don't you think? I'm assuming that's more than two.
Probably, yes. But, let's see. Yes.
Okay. So what's our hypothesis?
The null is they are equal. All equal.
All media sites are used equally.
Yeah.
And then the HA is there's
at least one. Unless another idea. Why don't we reduce to only two variables?
Okay. Then it would be
the categorical test of two proportions. What do you think?
So and just do Snapchat and Facebook? Because I know I'm going to get more Snapchat answers. I don't know. Yes. I still think we need to leave 4 answers there. And let's let him correct that if we're wrong.
Okay. Okay. Because let's see, this is a strange null, but it's so obvious that no, I'm just looking to this thing and see, well,
I think our hypothesis is right.
mm-hmm. No, if we use the same logic as the quantitative,
Right.
and I think we use the same logic because this week we study and they are very similar. So, okay.
Okay.
And then,
so number 8, I put that we'll be using the stratified sampling because we were taking groups of people that don't overlap and then doing random samples.
mm-hmm.
Okay. Describe in a specific detail how your group will collect the data using the sample method stated in the question, step 8. Also, what sample size are you planning to obtain per population?
Mm-hmm.
So, help me out here. We will be
using
collecting
the sample
data from each of the 2 different
groups.
age groups using stratified sampling.
No. So wait. About the null and the alternative looking is difference between middle school and college students.
Also, we need in both age groups.
State your research question. The question is there a difference in the preference of social media sites between middle school age and college students? So we are not only looking, the null is not looking that all the 4 options of social media are equal, correct?
Okay, so I've changed it to all social media sites are used equally between middle school age students and college age students. We want to say that all middle school age students and college age students use the same social media sites.
For instance, when we in the quantitative, we could have used the mean of each group and compare it, correct?
Okay.
So if we have quantitative, we choose the mean of the first group of the middle class, of the middle school, and then we compare with the mean of the second group. And do you remember when you have 2 groups, to have no difference, the difference between those 2 groups must be 0. And we calculate the difference. But in this case, we are not talking about numbers, we are talking about categories. So how do you do that? That's the we need to know how to calculate test of 2 proportions, and we don't know yet.
Okay, well, I changed our.
So probably what happened is that we will have a pie graphic, and for instance, the pie for the first group, the middle school, will give us something like 60% Facebook, and the rest 40%.
Right, or a little bit of others.
And the other group with another proportion. And the idea is to compare both proportions from the middle and the college ones. And if the proportion are identical, the null, we fail to reject the null, correct? That's
Right.
what I understand. If the proportions are different and we need to calculate the margin of error and so on, but if they are different, we reject the null, and if you reject the null, we have sufficient information to say that there are a difference in between these two groups.
Okay. So
Makes sense what I'm saying?
yes. So
Okay.
So we're not focused on the social media sites used equally.
No, because it's not our question of the study of design.
So all social media sites. So what's our word there?
Is there a difference in the preference of
Okay.
the state of research is correct?
Okay,
Is
there
that
is
a-
no, okay, our hypothesis there is no difference.
Yeah, so in the hypothesis,
Use of social media sites.
mhm. Are you saving this document on OneDrive?
I will upload it to a Google Drive.
Or you can also use the one that we have on the email, the BYU email, if you want.
The one I sent out. I'll upload this to, I'm not sure how to do the one on BYU.
Okay,
I'll upload it to a Google Doc.
Okay, don't worry.
Okay,
So
so here's my hypothesis. There is no difference between the use of social media sites between middle school age students and college students. Does that sound better?
yeah, the difference on the proportions.
There's no difference between, what do I need to say there differently then?
Because it's categorical, we are talking about proportions, correct? So we need to probably be more precise. There are no difference on the proportions. For instance, if the first group is 50% is majority, they prefer Facebook. If the second group of college is also 50%, but we have more variables. And what about the others?
Well, I think that'll be okay. I don't think we just need to have two. So I think we're okay with our wording. There's no difference of the proportion of students.
But they can be they can be equal in Facebook, but for instance, difference in Twitter. I think we are dealing with too many variables.
Well, we can cut our study down to just two.
That was I was telling you about that, to see if it's
We could ask.
or ask for the help for our teacher.
Yeah.
To see how we can.
When we submit it, we can ask if we need to just cut it down to two categories.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we are in question.
I'm still on 7, getting the hypothesis
7.
right. So I've got there is no difference of the proportion of students that use social media sites between middle-aged students and college-age students.
But he probably will tell us, but you need to compare the same variable, Facebook with Facebook, Twitter with Twitter users.
Well, we could, I guess, because we can just, if we have 4 Twitter users in the college arena and 7 in the middle school, we can compare those together. So we can compare
we can, yes, we can do that also with the well, the sample will give us all that options because we have 4 variables.
Right. So I think we're okay doing that.
Okay.
So I gotta get my alternative. So it's like, there's no difference. So my hypothesis is there's no difference of the proportion of students that use social media sites. Do we need to say specific? I'm not, it's not right.
Depends. Are you in the null?
Yeah.
The null is no difference.
Right.
If it is only
Out of the proportion of students that use social media sites.
Yeah. Let's begin with that, and then if it is, we need to
Okay.
do much more. And the alternative is
there is a
yes,
difference.
there is a difference.
Between the proportion of
Amanhã. São mais duas, mais 11. Sexta mais 13. Quinta. Ai. Yes. Esta é difícil agora. Vai lá.
Okay. My alternative is there is a difference between the proportion of students who use social media sites between middle school age and college age students.
Yes.
Really? Não, obviously,
Is normal, one of the requirements of the sample.
But
How we can know if it is normally distributed or not.
because we have our more than 30.
That's a requirement for the quantitative,
Okay,
not
well,
for the
I've got it.
categorical.
Let me look really quick here.
Multiply by p, and the n is the number. It's the sample size. The p is the mean. The mean of the. Yes, it's the. Let's see. How we will calculate p. P. What is our null? Equal, correct?
Yeah.
If we have equal, they are. So they are 50%. Correct? In both groups. That we need to establish this to them to do the requirements. So if we have two groups and the proportions we studied today, if they are two groups, for instance, one say yes, another say no. I remember that when they are both equally proportional, both have 50%. Do you remember to study that?
Vaguely.
So the null will be something like they must be equal to 50%. If they are differences, they are different from 50%. Repeat the null again.
There is no difference of the
start-
proportion of students that use social media sites between middle school age students and college age students.
No difference. If there is no difference in proportions, it seems they are equal. Equally in the proportions. So I'm not yet understanding exactly how we're going to do it. One of the things is that we didn't yet study the test for the categorical. And
Há muitos que não dá. Que é este?
so we need to do tomorrow to send this.
Right.
I'm a little bit concerned. You know why? Because we are not yet comfortable how to do the categorical tests. I don't know exactly how to do it. We know that they exist, but I'm a little bit worried because now we need to answer questions about the requirements, but I don't know if they are going to be
Well, I think I
aligned.
still think our requirements meet because even if, because it's just for category, no matter what kind of test we're doing. So I still think we're okay.
Yes.
I still think we meet the requirements because we're greater than 10.
Yeah, but greater than 10 is it's a multiplication from n, the sample size, for a p that I don't know yet. But we believe that we are going to.
Well, if we have,
Okay, do you want to continue and then see what happens?
yeah.
We will submit and also see what the teacher give us and feedback.
Because if we do 50% of our 50 participants, that's still 25.
Yeah, but the question is, we need to understand what we are going to compare, and at this moment we are still.
But we know the requirements for a categorical survey.
Yes, and they are, yes, we need to know the sample size multiplied by p, and that must be equal or above 10, correct?
And I think if we have 50, I think we'll be there. I think we'll be good.
Okay,
So I'm just,
let's
so
go.
yes. Requirements.
Não, não.
12. Will your project
I'm on 11.
involve human? Okay, on the requirements, correct?
Yeah, but hold on, I've got to finish typing it. Yes, the requirements are met. Our sample size is greater than 10. Okay. Your project will involve humans. Yes. We'll be conducting a
Yes.
survey.
Yes.
Okay, so what did you say in your survey? For 13.
For a question, will you conduct a survey?
You just asked them, will you conduct the survey?
Are you in question number?
13. Attach a draft.
Will you be conduct?
of your survey?
14.
Oh, well, I missed a question then somewhere. My numbering's off.
Okay. See appendix A in the form. Attach it off your survey if you're going with the proposal. That's the question that I did already. That's the one.
Okay, so yeah.
Which of these social networks are you using most frequently? That's the question that I did.
Right. So, but if you scroll down, it talks about how we're supposed to. The opening paragraph in the survey instrument is called the informed consent statement. This statement is given or read to each volunteer. The informed consent statement must include the following elements.
No, I didn't do that yet.
Okay. Okay, I'll type that up and put it on a Google Doc, so we don't have to do that right now. And then we can make changes. Does that sound okay?
Yes.
Because that's all we need to do, right?
But they want to do this more formal.
Right. So I'll type up a formal thing, and I'll put it on here, and then I'll submit this to Google Docs and email it to you.
Okay.
Does that sound okay?
Yes.
Okay. Let's get on with the homework.
Okay. You're bad.
I know, I feel awful.
So let's go and jump directly. Unless you have any question on the homework.
No, it was all pretty easy. Did you find that Excel program that they talked about?
Yes.
That took me a while.
Yes, and I did
to find that, but once that was found, that was really. Oh, I did have a question on something. I can find it. Okay, on number 16. My confidence, I got a different number than the answer.
16. Suppose for the same question that there have been a prior study done.
I didn't write it down. Oh, wait, yeah, I did. I got 334. And it's not a big difference, but
The
I
answer
wasn't sure if I
for
had the right p-hat, I guess. Did you put 0.73?
On the question 16.
Yeah.
So it's calculated the number n, correct?
Right.
The n is 334. Do you got that?
Yeah, I got 334, but
And
no, I got 332. Sorry. The answer is 334, but I got 332.
Okay, let's see the figures.
Do you have notes on that? On the equation, what the equation looks like? I mean, I did the right equation. I just don't think I was unsure of the right p-hat.
What equation do you
I did
put?
0.73 times parentheses 1 minus 0.73 times 1.65 divided by 04 squared, or to the second power.
And so it's very close. Probably it's about the redundancy of numbers.
So, but my question is 0.73 is the p-hat, right?
It's the, yes, the question, yes.
Okay,
75%.
yeah.
Let's do again I'm going to use the calculator.
Okay.
Let's see. Web calculator. So give me the numbers, please.
Okay. 0.73
0.73.
times parentheses 1 minus 0.73
Sorry. 0.73
times
time
parentheses
parentheses
1 minus 73,
1 minus 0.73
right, times parentheses 1.65. Ah, there's my mistake.
Okay.
45 divided by
1.65
645 divided by 0.4 squared. I got it that time. I see my mistake. Okay.
Okay, that's the importance of doing again.
Yep, I didn't.
Okay.
I put 1.65, not 1.645.
Okay, that's great.
Okay. Are we ready to take the quiz?
Yes. Group meeting quiz.
I bombed that homework quiz the first time last lesson.
Yeah.
It was hard. I didn't seem like it was as easy as the homework.
I did it twice. At second, I only failed one.
No, I missed a whole bunch the first time, and then I missed 2 the second time.
And so start quiz. Okay, lesson 17, group meeting quiz.
Okay. Okay, well, number 3 is easy. P hat, right?
Let me open
Oh, you're not there yet?
the symbol for the true proportion. The true population proportion is P.
Is P not P hat?
P hat is for the sample.
Okay. That's a trick question then.
I think so.
Oh,
Let me open
Let me look in my notes.
my.
P is the true proportion of the population.
P without the hats, correct?
Yeah,
So that's
that's a trick question.
P. That's the tricky one. So the true population proportion is P. Okay.
Yep.
So for the next 2 questions, use N 100, P the true population 0.25, and the sample population is proportion is 0.10. The requirements for construction of confidence interval are satisfied. So we need to N
We need to figure that out, right?
we need to put N times
100 times point equals 25.
Its interval are P hat. The requirements for the hypothesis tests.
Confidence interval.
So it's in this case is the requirements for confidence. It's P hat. So it's P hat So it's 100 times 0.1, which is exactly 10. Correct?
Well, I'm still trying to find that in my notes, but I didn't find it. So
I took it for that page when we have at the end that's remember box, you know,
oh,
and it says this: the requirements for a confidence interval are n times p at, and the other formula, and the requirements for hypothesis tests involving one proportion are np. So for what I understand, we need to calculate confidence interval in this case. And for the first one is 10. And for the second one is 100, parentheses 1 minus 0.1. Let's see. 100 times 1 minus 0.1, close parentheses, and it's 90. So for both, yes, the requirements are satisfied.
so true.
Okay.
Okay, so hypothesis test. They're satisfied, right?
Yes. But the hypothesis is with the
P.
P. So
Right. So we know that that's going to be
so-
greater, right? Because it's 0.25.
So yes, so 100 times 0.25, it's 25. And the other one, it is 1 minus 0.25 is 75, 75. It's 75 for the second one. So both are,
Yeah.
yes, satisfied.
Okay.
It's not saving. Okay, not saving. Now, a study of the first-degree murder trials was conducted in another state. A random sample of N on the trial for first-degree murder was taken. Of these, so it's X, 45 of defendants were found guilty. Find the p-at, the point estimate of the proportion of first-degree murders, the defendants who are found guilty in this state. So the p-at is
45
divided by 60. So 45 divided by 60.
Yeah, 0.75.
0.75. 0.75, okay. 0.75. 95% confidence interval for the true proportion of first-degree murder trials in this state. There is the verdict is guilty. You put your answers for the margin of error, lower bound and upper bounds. Okay, so margin of error. We can use the Excel. True.
Well, I think we could. Now that we have it.
Oh, yeah, X is 45. N
So have you got that
is
pulled up?
60. The confidence is 0.95, correct?
Yeah.
And
What's our null hypothesis? I think we're supposed to do this problem by hand.
By hand, what's the margin of error?
What's the margin of error? Why can't I figure?
But the margin of error, it's always two values, correct? The only formula that I have is the p hat minus plus or minus the z
Right.
squared root. I don't remember to see another formula.
That's it. So it's p hat.
No, but here then you need to put the lower bound on the question 8 and the upper bound on question 9.
Right. So we just need to figure it out for each one. P hat plus the z score times p minus 1 p hat minus 1 p hat over n. So we know our p, our p hat's 0.75
Yes.
plus our 95% confidence interval is, what's that number?
It's, we need to, I have the
1.96
1.96, yes.
times the second square root of 0.75 times 1 minus 0.75 over 60.
And you've got,
Oh, I haven't got that far yet because I had to handwrite it out and then put it in my calculator.
I think that
Okay, I got 0.8595.
yeah, 0.860.
Okay, and then we do that
That's
and subtract.
that's what I got on the Excel.
Oh. What number did you put in on the Excel? Oh, okay.
The Excel,
You didn't put anything for the hypothesis.
it's not necessary yet.
That's right. Look over it and make some changes. And I'll submit it tomorrow afternoon.
Okay, okay, that will be fine.
So think about the questions that we had on that and see if you can come up with something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, stopping the broadcast.
Okay.